everyone, my name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, it's wonderful to have you, and if you are returning, thank you very much indeed for coming back to join me today. So today it is our first floss tube of 2024, so happy new year everyone, and I hope that the stitcher gods bring you everything that you wish for. Fingers crossed they will for me too. So this is my weekly update video. Now over the last few days I did put out my end of year whip parade, but this video is my progress from last Tuesday's floss tube on Boxing Day up to today. I've had a cracking week. It's been quite phenomenal considering the amount of stitches that I've done. I just, you know, I'm quite amazed with myself. Having a bit of time off work and, you know, spending time at home has really helped. I've done 8,500 stitches since last Tuesday, not even since last Monday, since last Tuesday, because last Monday's stitching I captured in last Tuesday's floss tube because I filmed it Tuesday morning instead of Monday lunchtime, but there we go. So I've got 8 projects to show, and I also will tell you what my end of year stitchy total has been as well, and then we start on 2024 bits and pieces. So without further ado, I am going to crack on. Oh, doing well already. So the first piece that I've worked on is this one, and this is my Realm of Middle Earth map, charted by Tilton Crafts. No longer available as far as I'm aware, but I could be wrong on that. And this piece has moved from 30.66 to 30.78%, and we've put in 1,000 stitches. The fabric's just clipped it together, just bear with me, because obviously this one was out on my whip parade and I asked for the clips to be put back with the fabric so that they didn't get lost. Right, okay, so I'll show you whereabouts I've worked, and then because it's out of its frame I'm able to show you again the whole thing. So I've worked on this section here, we filled in some more, and we're starting to get some more lettering come in, and these wavy lines have been filled in as well. So a good 1,000 stitches input on this one. And this, I can't see if it's all in, I hope it is.
Yeah, it's all in.
This is how it looks in its entirety, simply because by happenstance it's out of its frame at the moment. And this year I'm hoping to get sort of towards these park threads and start to work those in. I did actually have a phase when doing this that I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and do some parking on that one. It didn't work, it didn't happen. There just sort of got to be quite a lot of stitches and quite a lot of hanging threads, especially in a high confetti area. I lost patience, so I decided not to do parking on this one. So let me just put the clips back on, otherwise they will get lost, because I need these for when I'm clipping them into, or clipping up the fabric around my frame on this one. So there we are, first one, Realm of Middle Earth, 1,000 stitches. Cracking job. Right, let's get the magic book. Right, so the next one that I've worked on is Envy. Oh, Realm of Middle Earth is stitched 1/1 full cross on some 25 count. If I do miss that out, it's always in the description box below, and if I miss it out in the description box, just shoot me a message or a comment. But usually I tend to be quite good at putting them in the box. Right, so the next one is this one, Envy. Artwork is by Marta Dahlig. It's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and it's one of the 7 deadly sins, number 2 for me. I'm stitching this on some 25 count Lugana, 1/1 full cross. And again, I'll stitch where I've worked, show where I've worked, and then an overall look at the piece. It's gone from 26.96 to 27.38%, and we've added 1,000 stitches. So as you can see there, we've got quite a bit of this hair in, and now these two ivy leaves are complete. So very pleased with how this one has progressed over this year. We've essentially doubled, if you go and look at my whip parade, we've essentially doubled the amount of stitching. And hopefully again, you can get it all in. So that is how the whole piece looks overall. Rather fantastic. And I'm very happy with it. If you hear sounds of chopping, that's Andy chopping carrots for today's dinner, for the New Year's Day dinner. But we'll talk more about that in a little while. Okay. So the third one that I've worked on is this one. This is She Sleeps. The artwork is by Stephanie Pui-Mun Law, and it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is not the Mareka version. And on She Sleeps, we're working it on some 20 count fabric, 1/1 full cross. And as ever, I'll show you where we've worked. So it's gone from 14.09 to 14.77% for 1,000 stitches. And you can see the hook mark, so you can see where I've worked. So we've gone quite a way down this edge. And I was saying on my whip parade, and you can probably see it slightly better there, the mixture of colours on this, there's green, purples, pinks and greys. And it almost looks like, I don't know if you've seen those chrome nails that people have had them, you know, it almost sort of, it reminds me of that. And it sounds really strange, but I just looked at it and I thought, it reminds me of chrome. So I'll just show you how this one looks fully. So we're not far off completing the circle. And just as a sneak peek, when Autumn, Waltz and Maui Princess are done, this one has the least amount of stitches to go to a finish. So if I do get 3 finishes this year, 3 big finishes, which fingers crossed, the third one will probably be this one. Okay, next one to show you is this one. This is a stitching shelf, artwork by Aimee Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And this one was a gift to me from Petra, my friend on Instagram, and it's the regular size max colour version. So we're stitching this on some 25 count even weave, 1/1 full cross, and it's moved from 17.97 to 18.24% and 1,000 stitches. So we've carried on filling in, well, finished off filling in this lady, and we're moved over to this lady now. So we've done lots of filling in on sort of, you know, this section here. Will not be long, and we'll get to the end of this and, you know, be able to sort of go back up that way. Here, I don't know if you can see that here, there's a wine glass and bottle, which will be the next sort of feature that I fill in, really. Just check. Yeah, that'll be the next feature. And then we'll be able to move back across to the left hand side. So just for completeness, so that is how it looks. Some lovely colours in this piece, and always a popular piece when I pop out a video with this one on the channel. So yeah, and I'm hoping to get 10% on this if I can this year, but let's see. Oh, just move over that way so I know it's been done. It's not as easy when I haven't got 2 helpers. Okay. So next one I've worked on is this one. It's my Lord of the Rings stained glass. Birthday present to myself from Etsy last year, and I'm doing the black on this one before adding any colour. If it does come up in rotation, then what I'll do is I'll move to the black that's sort of inside, rather than, because I'm doing the big splotches of black at the moment. So obviously you can see we've got the 4 hobbits here and Gollum, and there's Mount Doom and the eagles, and then along the bottom here we've got the other members of the Fellowship. So we've got Legolas, Gimli, Aragorn, Gandalf and Boromir. Had to think there. So with this one I am, as I said, colour completing black. It's been worked on some 18 count Aida, 2/1 full cross, and there we go. So one top arch is done. We're not far away from finishing the other. We are at 4.5, no, from 4.57 to 4.85% and 1,000 stitches. And to be fair, to put in 1,000 stitches on this piece doesn't take very long, because it's all in black and I know exactly where I'm stitching. Don't have to refer to the pattern. So I just get on with it. And you know, because it's all 310, it's some of that, you know, lovely kind of mindless stitching that I can do at any point. So that's that one. Now the next one, I actually pulled this one, and I should have pulled a Sailing Fairy, but I wasn't thinking. So this is Daughter of the Deep, artwork by Josephine Wall, and I'm doing the supersized max colour version, kindly gifted to me by Clara. So thank you, Clara. I'm having such good fun with this one. So we've gone from 0.81 to 0.94% on this one, and we've had a hoop move. I put in 1,000 stitches, and I'm working this in 6,400 stitch blocks, so 80 by 80 blocks, because they lend itself very nicely to the size of hoop that I've got, the hoop that I had spare when I started this. So there's my 1,000 stitches on the second block. So as you can see, this is the, you know, this is the line sort of 80, 80, 80, 80. So you can see it just lends itself very nicely. And obviously there's the first section done. Yes, 25 count 1/1 full cross, and hoping to get a good way across the top on that one this year. With it being a supersized max colour, it's got a lot of stitches. It's got 786,213 stitches, and I'm 7,400 in, so there's a lot to go. So the next one I have done, and I did quite a lot of work on this week. I did 1,200 stitches, and that's this one. It's Maui Princess, and she will be second in line for a finish in the new year. So she's gone from 70.99 to 71.55%. She's back in her frame. Let's find the needle. She's back in her frame because I worked on her last night on New Year's Eve. I thought, well, I'll finish off the year with this one because I won't be finishing off with it on this one next year. So we've got the other half of the bodice in there, and all of these bodice flowers are now done. And I've started working, you know, a little bit more on the hair here, and I've put in, you can't see them because they're in a pale colour, but there's some confetti stitches on the middle here. And I've put in a few stitches on this bit, you know, as my strand has needed to be used up. So I've put in 1,200 stitches. 70.99 to 71.55%, 25 count, even weave, 1/1 full cross. Happy with her. And then the last one, if you join me for my live on Saturday, just gone, so 30th, you'll have seen me working on this one, and yet again I've enabled somebody else to go and buy it. So that's 2. I hope I'm going to get some commission off Carolyn. So this is Carolyn Manning's Autumn Waltz, and this is stitched 2/1 on 18 count fabric, and I'm planning to make this into a cushion front this year. And it's gone from 26.41 to 31.86%, so we smashed the 30% for 1,300 stitches, and this is how we look. So we're definitely moved into this quadrant now. I finished this elm leaf on my live, and obviously I've been working on, and this will come out later on today because I've started my first project for 500 stitches. As soon as the 500 is done, this comes out and we start, you know, because I want to start get some finishes. So I'll put that there, and then there we go. Okay, so that's all the stitching. So 8,500 stitches all week, which I'm delighted with, I have to say. Kind of ended 2023 with a bang. Andy, can you just see if you can find my little black book for me and pass it me, please?
There's a song in that somewhere, isn't there?
Yeah.
Little black book.
That's it. Thank you. So I do have all of my progress on StitchPal, but StitchPal is on the phone that I'm recording this on. So I do copy things down into a little book. So in 2023, we ended last night, full coverage pattern keeper stitches. So on the projects that I've shown, plus some thousands of stitches on Night Cafe before its restart, we ended 2023 on 274,200 full coverage stitches that have been worked, which I'm really quite pleased about. But in 2023, I did have a few projects that were non-full coverage that were being worked in between as well. And when I say full coverage, I even count Autumn Waltz as a full coverage because it's on Pattern Keeper. Simple as that, even though it's not. So next year, obviously, I plan to get at least 3 finishes. And when Maui Princess is done, what I've decided to do for my work project, because I do need something small to take with me to the office, I start to finish this, the pieces get bigger and they're not so easily transportable. So what I figured I'd do is I would resurrect Pandemic and take Pandemic into the office. It's 2 colours, and I've got it on Pattern Keeper, so I can sit and hopefully finish Pandemic as well this year. Keep everything crossed, will be hopeful. So if you watched my last Foss Tube, you'll have seen my Christmas haul, which were the 2 Gecko Rouge kits, 2 Gecko Rouges. So one a kit that Andy bought me for Christmas, and then the one that Gecko Rouge themselves gifted on their Facebook page. So I did have a little bit of money come for Christmas, so I went shopping. But I didn't buy any cross stitch stuff because no new starts. Cross stitch, no new starts in 2023. Try and get some cross stitch finishes. However, what I did buy, we went into Hobbycraft and I spent sort of £10 and a few pence, and I got this, which is actually an embroidery kit. Just come on, focus. I hope that focuses. It's not really focusing very well. And it fits, this one fits a 3x3 aperture card, so 3x3 inches card. And if I just open it up while you're here, it's definitely not cross stitch. It's got stamped embroidery fabric, which feels really lovely actually. And then it's got the threads, a bunch of threads, instructions and a needle. So that could also be something that if I fancy a change, can go into office with me, because it's a tiny little packet. I just need a little hoop and I've got plenty of those. I think I've got like a 3-inch hoop somewhere, which would be perfect for that. So that's that. The other things I bought, now doing Matilda's Christmas tree topper last year reignited my crochet bug, and I've talked, and you guys will have heard me talk a couple of times about Tunisian crochet, which I'll get onto in a minute. But when we were in Hobbycraft, I saw these. Oh, get in there. And 2 little amigurumi kits. So we've got Tori the tiger and Milo the kitten. So again, small size, easily transportable, because once you take them out of the packet, one of these is open, that one. The packets take up the bulk. So in each one, we get a page of instruction, stuffing which can stay behind until I need it, a little ball of crochet cotton, a bodkin, some black thread and a stitch marker, and a crochet hook. Not the best quality crochet hook, I'm going to be quite honest. It feels I'm going to have to use the word, it feels cheap. But, you know, it's a crochet hook that you get. It's just designed to do the one project. And they are 2.5mm hooks. But, oh, crikey. But yeah, very transportable, even without stuffing. Now, I could take that into the office as well. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing to expand my repertoire, as it were. And if you don't see any progress in crochet by about March, give me a nudge, because it means I've put these kits away somewhere and forgotten about them, which I really, really don't want to do, because I think they're super cute, you know. I mean, if you look on the back, this little kitten has a tail, and it's just gorgeous. And these were like £4 each, so definitely worth it. So if you did want to sort of look into doing little amigurumi crochet, Hobbycraft in the UK have got these little ones. They've got some bigger ones as well, which are more expensive, but as an ideal, as a start, you can't go wrong, can you? Apologise if you can hear any extra noise. Got the girls upstairs. Hannah's bought herself a new television and DVD today, so she's putting that in, and the children next door are literally having screaming fits at the moment. So,
as is normal.
As is normal, yeah. They were in very late last night. Saw them because I've got a security camera on my house, and I checked them and they came in at 1:30. I wasn't checking for them, I was checking for security, but there you go. So, Tunisian crochet. Crinkle, crinkle, really sorry. When I went to Hobbycraft, I went to have a look for Tunisian crochet hooks. Could I find any? So obviously Tunisian crochet is not that popular as in for mainstream craft stores to carry. You might find them in some smaller craft stores, but you know. So I went onto good old Amazon, and for the Princess Summer 15 quid, I found a set of Tunisian crochet hooks. And on here we have, not in order, a 3mm, a 2.5, a 5, a 6, an 8, a 5.5, a 7, a 3.5, a 4, and a 4.5 hook. So nice colours, you know, reasonable size, so I can have a bash at Tunisian crochet. Oh, and there's another one here. 2. Look how thin that one is. That's really thin. So yeah, a set of those. Plus, in the same packet, these. So if you're doing Tunisian crochet and you want to make something like a blanket, those hooks, just 25-ish centimetre hooks, are not going to be long enough. So with that, in the same packet came these. So the bamboo hooks, and they're on plastic cord with a toggle at the end. So there you go. So that would be probably about the width of a single bed size blanket, an average single bed size blanket. So these hooks came in 9, no particular order, 9, 6.5, that's tiny, that one, 3, 5, 6, 4, 4.5, 10, 7, 3.5 and 5.5 millimetre sizes. So, I have got now loads of crochet hooks. I did receive some advice about Tunisian crochet to use a size up hook than what it says on the pattern, because it does tend to crochet up small. But I shall certainly enjoy, thank you for that by the way, but I shall certainly enjoy some new adventures with this. So yeah, and again, depending on how big the piece gets, but certainly when I'm practicing, these hooks are not that big, so I could take one and a ball of wool into office. I've got loads to keep me occupied this year. So there we go. So that is my haul, and Lauren's interested as well. So that is my haul. No more cross stitch stuff, because we're going to get some finishes. Anyway, I am waffling on far too long. We're already at 27 minutes and I haven't done a life update yet. So if you're here just for stitching and haul and things, thank you very much. But now I'm just going to mention a couple of things that have been going on in Simply Towers, and let you know a little bit of good news. So last week, as you know, over Christmas, I mentioned it on my last flash tube, my stepdad was taken ill before Christmas and ended up in hospital. I'm delighted to say that he's out of hospital now. He came out late on Boxing Day afternoon, and he is now at home recuperating. He will be coming here later for his dinner and his Christmas presents, which are all still sat waiting for him, and we're going to essentially have Christmas 2.0 today. Even though he was treated very, very well in hospital, we can't grumble at the care and attention that he received. There's no place like home, and there's nothing like being at home with your family for Christmas. So thank you all of those of you who have sent well wishes and kept us in your prayers. He is doing quite well. Last week I also attended my cousin's funeral, and I've never seen such a packed out crematorium in my life at Rotherham. It was very full, and plenty of people wanting to pay their respects. So as I said as well before, I am switching down my office days from 3 a week to 2 a week, which does make 2024 a bit more sort of doable goals wise. And all being well, in 2024 we just keep everything crossed for things to be on the up. As far as the channel goes, I have seen a significant increase in views, in subscribers. I think I've had about 400 this last year that's come on. If you're not subscribed, please do hit that button. You wouldn't believe the difference it does make. And if you do like the video as well, just pop a thumbs up, because it means that other people with the YouTube algorithm will see this video, and it might interest them. The support I've had this year is tremendous. So I've had times where things have been a little bit tricky, as you all know. I'm not going to rehash. I've tried to keep my content for everybody and something on the channel for everyone. So if you just want to watch a floss tube, that's fine. If you want to see stitching but not hear me talk, that's fine. If you want to just have a bit of music, that's fine. And if you want to participate in live, that's also fine. Plus we also have extra videos coming out periodically as well. So, you know, I do try to do something for everybody, but I do thank you all very much indeed for your support over the last 12 months. It truly is appreciated. The way that you can best support my channel is simply by watching the videos. I know that there are adverts in them and they do get annoying. What I'd say is if there's an advert and if it's about 30 seconds long, then do sort of try and persevere. If it's a 10-minute long advert, which I have seen 1 or 2 of those on YouTube, skip it. I don't have any control over what adverts come in on my videos. I just have the control about whether or not they are there. I know that some flash tubers don't put ads in their video, but the ad revenue is very important, especially when there's no other way for my videos to be supported. I don't do buy me a coffee or anything like that, and I certainly don't have any expectation that people should be, you know, donating in that, you know, kind of sense. I'm a very small channel in the grand scheme of things, and you know, and I'm sure that there are better ways in which people can spend their money. So just your viewership is so appreciated. With that said, I am going to shoot off because New Year's Day I have a dinner to cook. I have a stepdad coming, and yeah, we're going to have Christmas 2.0. So again, I know I've said this on a couple of videos, but I'm going to say it again. I want to wish you all a very safe and happy 2024, and I do hope that this year brings you everything that you know could wish for. So take care, happy stitching everybody, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye for now.